Hey everybody, how's it going? I think I'm going to work on the 2002 Ranger this evening. This is a kind of a base model that does not have power windows or power locks. Power windows I don't care about, but it would be nice to have power locks. So I'm going to go ahead and add the same system that I have in the 1989 Prelude, which includes the actuators and a couple of remotes. Anyway, I'll lay it all out and show you. In order to do that, I need to go ahead and take off interior door panels, and I'm not really sure what it's going to take, and don't know that I'm super motivated to get started on this, but I don't really have anything else to do right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'll start on the passenger side, pop this panel off, and see about mounting the actuator. Stay tuned. I got this kit on eBay, and I want to say it was maybe 20 bucks, 25 bucks. The one that I have in the Prelude, like I said, is this exact kit, and it's held up great. It came with two remotes. I already have one on my key ring, and this one is for a four-door car, but no big deal. I'll just use two of these actuators. One is the master, which goes on the driver's side, and then one of these other ones will go on the passenger side. They wire in, connect to the brain connects to power supply. Really pretty simple. And then we have some hardware to go ahead and connect it to the lock rod. So haven't really researched this. I'm not sure what I'm going to find inside, but I'll try to pop off this panel and go from there. Alright, in removing this door panel, it should be pretty simple. There is one screw right there that I've removed, and there's one screw right there that I've removed. And to get this window crank off, if I remember correctly, you have to let's try to set the light there, pry back this plastic piece, and I'll get a screwdriver for that. And then there's a Torx bit underneath that will take it off, and then you should be able to pop this panel out and lift it off. So let me go ahead and do that. This is what I was talking about with the door handle. This trim right here, I apologize for the light, it's nighttime. This trim right here, it was kind of tricky. You got to kind of pop it out. It exposes, what I used was a T20. Undo it, and then this is kind of held on with pressure, held onto the shaft there, so just pop that out. Anyway, looks like this door panel's definitely been off before because I see aftermarket speakers in there, so hopefully it won't be too much of a mess inside. I'm going to go ahead and pull this off now. Well, with this panel off, it actually doesn't look too bad in there. Speaker looks like it was installed, you know, pretty decently. So I'm going to go ahead and figure out how to peel back this moisture barrier right there and access this lock rod, which should be hopefully pretty accessible. So let me figure that out. Well, in researching this, I found that this location right here is going to be the best place to mount this actuator on the inside in here, because this is the lock rod and it will allow it to travel up and down. So what I'm going to do is go ahead, I've marked the two locations. I'm going to just drill through this sheet metal right here, and I'll attach the actuator on the back side. I'll have to shorten the actual lock rod, but I can attach it on there inside. Unfortunately, you won't be able to see any of this, but it should be pretty simple, so I'm going to go ahead and get started on that. Well, time for an update. Got the actuator mounted, and you can see those two screws right there that I talked about before. And it's inside. Unfortunately, you can't really see it. But this is pretty much the only location. This lock rod only goes from here just over to the latch, so it's very short, and it's a straight till about there, and then it bends over. So you don't have a lot of room to work, but fortunately, there's a nice flat area right there for the actuator to mount, and also this convenient little hole right there, which allows you to attach the clip to the lock rod and attach the lock rod to the actuator, because you got to be able to get to those three screws right there. So it actually ended up working out okay. So it does seem to, you know, go up and down okay. Like I said, you can't really see it, but there are the wires. So that took a lot longer than I thought, but I had to keep adjusting and bending the lock rod, and it turned out that you only need about maybe 3 inches from, again, I apologize about the light, from about the top of this right here to where it attaches right there. So a little bit of trial and error, but I think I'm going to go ahead and bust out the wiring harness so I can plug this in and then kind of route it through into the kick panel there, and then I guess I'll start on the other side. Well, after about 2 hours, I'm ready to put this door back together. The yellow electrical tape is just to secure the wires out of place. There's no electrical connections under there, and yellow was the first color I grabbed. So like I said, the actuator is in here. It's plugged in. I've got the wire run through the door, what do you call that? The door chase, rubber chase, whatever, and into the cab. So I'm going to go ahead and put this door back together, and then it's about going on 9 o'clock. Maybe I'll start the other side, or maybe I'll start it tomorrow. Have to wait and see. Well, I decided to go for it. So the driver's side is in, exactly the same as the passenger side. Mounted the actuator in the same place. It is attached to the lock rod right there. Wired in. This is the master switch, so it has 5 wires going off of it. So I need to go ahead and figure out this mess right here. And what I had to do was take that side apart all again, because the group of wires that I chose, because this is for a 4-door car, it required the very right rear group of wires because it's the longest. So anyway, that's all put back together. And the only problem with this is that I can't run these wires in this rubber loom right there, because the parking brake assembly is right on the back side. But I'll have to figure something out. I'll put them in some black conduit or black tape at least, and they won't be too visible. Unfortunately, it's not going to look as nice as that side over there, but nothing really I can do about it, because the whole the flat part of the parking brake is right there, and it's kind of blocking that hole. So I'm going to go ahead and put this door panel on and try to get it wired up. Well, it's all finished for tonight. Both doors lock and unlock. I don't have any of the wires tucked in there though. I'll do that tomorrow in the daylight. So for right now, that should do it. Yep, seems to work fine. Alright, show you the finished product in the morning. Here's the finished product. Both doors unlock when I hit the button. Got all the wires tucked up neatly under the dash and behind the rubber floor mat. Everything is put away in its place. Everything seems to work properly. So I'd call this job a success. A lot of value for about 20-25 bucks, whatever this thing cost on eBay. Anyway, one more project done. That'll do it for today. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the flip side.
Oh, come on, damn it! Oh, that sounds good.